Okay, so this is my third time recording this video, so if my voice sounds raspy, you know why. But the honeymoon phase is over for the iPhone 12 mini. Started off great, especially when I came from the iPhone 12, but the most obvious difference is the size and feel in your hand. We all know it shares a ton of features from its older siblings, so I want to focus this review on how it's more impactful in my day-to-day lifestyle. So let's talk about the feel in the hand first. Sorry, my brain is just done. Now, it feels like I'm holding an iPhone from the past. Oh my goodness. My thumb can reach any part of the screen, no problem. Something I can't say for the 12 Pro Max and sometimes even the regular 12. For my hand size, I really have to stretch my thumb to get to the top part of the screen, or I have to slightly adjust the phone position in my hand to reach the top part of the screen, or when I want to type on the keyboard, I have to use the second hand, which is pretty much on the max, but we'll review that phone later on. So overall, the 12 mini is a great one-handed device that requires much less exercise from your thumb, at least in my case. But the real question is, did I enjoy this more than the regular 12? And the answer is no, but I do believe there is a market for this phone. Like I said in my unboxing, I bought an iPhone 11 from a woman and I asked her why she was selling it to me in the first place. And her reasoning was because she wanted to sell it in order to get the upcoming 12 mini because the 11 was too big. And she didn't want to compromise on the SE, which I completely respect. You should leave the SE for the younger kids. I will also admit that when you first open the box, you might say that, wow, this phone is extremely small. There's no way I can use this. But hear me out. Give it a few days without the notion of going back to your regular phone, and you might start to like the mini. And when you do end up going back to holding a regular size phone or pretty much any modern Android phone, you'll be like, wow, this is a huge phone. Smaller hand people will love the mini, and bigger hand people, you'll like the Max, but I think you might need a couple days in order to adjust to the 12 mini. Now, like I said, there are a lot of similarities with the rest of the 12 lineup. It still has the fast processor, solid camera that's able to take night mode, HDR recording, 5G. You have the Super Retina XDR display, which is blacks or pitch blacks, and things look really good and vibrant. And even though this is smaller and Apple says it weighs less than the 12, in my hand, I think it's just because more things are crammed inside the small phone. It feels more dense and heavier to me. But I think the biggest advantage of this phone, other than the size of it in your hand, is when it comes to pockets. Now, this phone in my pocket, I forget I even have a phone sometimes, which is really convenient since jackets and coats have a lot of pockets, but never seem to fit anything longer than my finger. Also, since it's smaller, it sits deeper in your pockets and the feeling of it accidentally sliding out goes away. And the Boxy Design also helps it feel snug in your pocket as well. Now, I've talked about this Boxy Design before in my iPhone 12 review. It's a love-hate relationship because, like I said, I'm a guy who prefers his curves because you're able to just pick it up off the table real easily. But on a serious note, I really do miss having that feature of just being able to pick up my phone easily because it just slides into my hand, where this one doesn't really slide into my hand. I have to add a little bit more extra to get it off the table. The only time I really preferred the box design was using the camera and watching videos. And that's another thing I want to talk about as well, is the media consumption. That's pretty much where the honeymoon phase ended. Now, the speakers sound fantastic. There's almost no difference compared to the 12, but consuming content with the mini versus a standard iPhone or Max phone is not the greatest experience, even though it's not really a fair comparison. But this really only comes into play when watching videos and playing games. But if you're a person who can enjoy if you're a person who can enjoy content on a small screen, the iPhone 12 mini might be the perfect iPhone for you. But for me, it's not happening. What am I forgetting? Okay, yes, the typing experience. Now, my typing speed on the 12 mini is unbelievably faster because my thumb is just able to race across the bottom of the screen. And I'm guessing it's just built-in memory muscle from all those earlier years when we all grew up with smaller smartphones. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is battery life. And I believe there's two major categories of people when it comes to using their smartphone. There's people like me who use their smartphones to their fullest potential, and then there's other people who use their smartphone more like a traditional phone that can also take great photos and videos on the side. And you people probably won't end up with a dead phone at the end of the day. Personally, for me, this phone lasted me throughout the entire day, and I was actually pretty shocked because I bought the SE earlier this year, and that phone always ended up dying on me somehow whenever I decided to pick it up. But the 12 mini definitely held its own in terms of the battery department. I think it might be surprising for most people. Talking on the phone drained my battery the fastest, which is pretty common in any smartphone, but it was just more noticeable how long I was talking or how much less I was talking because I saw the 20% warning sooner than usual. But honestly, if you're having a great conversation on the phone with someone, you'll grab a charger and keep talking anyway. The next thing in terms of the battery department is the video recording. So all my phones on this channel have been shot using an iPhone. Right now it's being shot on the iPhone 11, but the 12 mini held its own and recorded a few videos on the channel, and no one seemed to worry or care about the quality of the videos that I was taking with the iPhone 12 mini. I'll let you guys find out which videos those were. But I will also mention when I did record with the iPhone 12 mini, the SE definitely drained like 40% to 45% when I recorded like an hour-long 4K video, whereas the 12 mini only took at most 20% when I recorded an hour-long 4K video. So battery life is definitely improved with all the new, latest and greatest features that the iPhone 12 has. Now, the last thing I want to mention is the price. But before I get into the price, another thing I want to mention is the notch. I don't know why I'm showing you guys this, but I'll just do a B-roll segment of this. But the notch is noticeably bigger on the 12 mini due to the smaller screen size. The first 30 minutes, it was like, wow, this notch is huge. But with anything else in life, you just get used to it. So ultimately, I don't really care about the notch on the mini, standard 12, or the 12 Pro Max. Okay, back to the price because my throat hurts. Another love-hate relationship. Although I really just hate the price because it directly increased the price of the 12 by $100. I believe these phones should be the exact same price, and then you're free to stagger the price of the Pro models, or at least have a $50 price delta between the 12 mini and the 12. I think $100 is just a bit much since a lot of the features are the same. It's just really disappointing to buy a regular size iPhone. You have to pay an extra $100 because the mini inflated the price of what we all enjoyed as our standard screen size. And now the standard screen size and iPhone price tag is going to be the mini, which I'd argue not all consumers would want. And I'd be curious to see what the sales numbers would be between the mini and the regular 12, because if they were sold at the same price, I wonder what data they would get from people who decided to pick up the mini over the regular 12. So this is my review of the iPhone 12 mini. A bit short, felt long to me, but go check out my regular iPhone 12 review if you want to know all the features that the iPhone 12 has, because the iPhone 12 mini is basically the same phone, just shrunken down a little bit, and I don't want to regurgitate myself on the features that you guys might already know about. The iPhone 12 Pro Max review will be coming soon. I appreciate every sub. I appreciate every sub, like, and comment. And as always, guys, much love. Am I forgetting anything? Yes. Yes, I am. Magnets. There are magnets in the back of the iPhone 12 mini as well. That's it. I'm done. I'm tired. Throat hurts. I need some Ricola.